Welcome back to a new post today. Let's look at the most important points that you need to keep track for October 5th and 6th with regard to the UPSC preliminary examination of 2025. So the very first one which was discussed was about the Ministry of External Affairs going to Islamabad for the SCO meeting. Now the heads of the states heads of the state meeting is being held in Islamabad. Let me tell you that the Council of the Heads of the State of SCO is the highest decision making body and it meets once a year, and therefore this year it's meeting in Islamabad. Now the organization also contains an anti-terrorist structure called as RATS, or the Regional Anti-Terrorist Structure. The Shanghai, or the SCO, which is called the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, started off as Shanghai 5 in 1996 and the real form came into 2001. So they were initially composed of China, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Russia and Tajikistan. It was Uzbekistan who joined in 2001. Later members were added. In 2017 India and Pakistan simultaneous membership, and in 2023 it was Iran, along with 2024 we had Belarus. So several countries are also engaged as observers as a part of the dialogue, and it is governed by the heads of the states of the council, which is a supreme decision making body and meets once a year. The next most important issue is about the first diagnostic kit by WHO for Mpox or monkeypox, which you call. So this it is called as Alinity NMPXV assay. The first Mpox diagnostic test for emergency use was released. So it is a real-time polymerase chain reaction test that detects monkeypox in the skin lesion swabs, and it is made by Abbott Molecular company, and it is designed for use in clinical laboratory by the clinical personnel while they are diagnosing a person with regard to the symptoms of Mpox to confirm whether it is Mpox or no. And the test will help the countries now to to arrest the outbreak and also increase the diagnostic capacity. So the WHO used it as an emergency use listing procedure which assesses the quality, safety, performance of the essential health products. The next is about the state's power to tax the minerals. So land is a state subject, and also minerals comes under the state as well. So the center has approached the Supreme Court to review its judgment in which a 8:1 bench ruled the power of the states to levy a royalty on the extraction of minerals from their land, and said that they could tax the lands which comprise the mines and the quarries. Now the government also sought to review the Supreme Court's August 2024 judgment, which gave limited retrospective effect to the July judgment, allowing the states to collect the taxes arrears. The previous tax that were imposed, the arrears could be collected from 2005 onwards without any interest and penalty. So the decision the decision said that the royalty is the tax, and the state government lacks the Supreme Court, in 1989 decision said that the royalty is tax, and the state legislature lacks competence to levy the tax on the mineral rights because the subject matter is covered under the Mines and Minerals, which is actually enacted by the Parliament. However, this was overruled, and now the states have been given the tax. The centre is, however, criticizing the decision of the Supreme Court and has said that the states do not have a power to levy the tax retrospectively, especially on the Mines and Minerals, because it is already being governed by the Mines and Minerals Act, which is a parliamentary act. So, and this empowers the Constitution, the Parliament, to do so because of the Union list, which gives the power to the Parliament to enact laws on mines and minerals along with quarrying as well. So the general system of preference was in news. So what is general system of preference? It is nothing but a trade preference program given by the developed countries to the developed or the low income countries to give a boost to their exports. Now United States and European Union have this general system of preference, and India is a beneficiary of this program. So the USGSP or general system of preference was started in 1971, provides duty free treatment to the products of which are imported imported from designated beneficiary countries. For example, India will get a benefit by on its exports to USA. The program is currently pending for congressional action for renewal, and therefore India is still waiting for the renewal of GSP. The European Union GSP was started in 1971 and offers lower tariffs on exports from developing countries to the EU. The program includes the standard GSP, GSP Plus, and everything but arms. The GSP aims to help developing countries grow their economies, reduce poverty, and also create jobs by boosting exports in the country. And to qualify for the preferential treatment, the products must meet the rules of origin under the agreement, that is the agreement with the EU and US. The next is about DEF Connect. Now, the Ministry of Defence organized the DEF Connect 2024 aimed at promoting innovation, entrepreneurship, self-reliance and defence production. Apart from the DEF Connect, we have a program called as Aditi, DISC, and the IDEX. These are all the programs to ensure self-reliance, promoting innovation, entrepreneurship in the defence. The Aditi scheme falls under the IDEX, which is called as Innovation for Defence Excellence Framework, which is a part of the Defence Production Ministry of Defence, and it aims to develop about 30 deep technology, critical and strategic technologies in the proposed time frame. It also envisages to create a technology watch tool to bridge the gap between the expectations and requirements of the armed forces and capabilities of the defense innovation system. The first edition of Aditi includes 17 challenges to develop indigenous products, and it was launched for the Indian Navy, Indian Army, Air Force and Defence Space Agency as well. The next is about Free to Think 2024 by SAR, which is the Scholars of Risk Academic Freedom Monitoring Project. Now, India slipped on this Academic Freedom Index, and this was the recent report. The annual report now is published by the SAR, or Scholars of Risk Academic Freedom Monitoring Project, says that most pressing threats to the academic freedom of students and scholars include to their measure to exert political control and impose a Hindu nationalist agenda on the universities. Now, SAR, let me tell you, is a network of 665 universities across the globe, including the Columbia, Duke, New York. The report is being looked extensively at India, Afghanistan, China, Colombia, Germany, Hong Kong, Israel, Iran, Nicaragua, Nigeria, occupied Palestinian territory, Russia, Turkey, Sudan, Ukraine, UK and US, documenting almost many attacks, hundreds of attacks on the education communities and institutions. The report says that India's academic freedom slipped from 0.6 to 0.2 from 2013 to 2023. In India, the most threatful challenges to the academic freedom includes the ruling party at the center, which exerts political control and imposes a Hindu nationalist agenda on the universities and also the institutions, therefore taking a one-sided view of anything. So this is about the SAR report. The DGCA, now the DGCA is always in news, and therefore it is a statutory body to regulate the civil aviation. It was created, it became a statutory body under the Aircraft Act of 2020. The DGCA investigates aviation accidents. It also maintains all regulations with regard to the aviation, and it is responsible for issuing of licenses as well to the aviation sector. It is headquartered in New Delhi, and the government is planning to replace CAA, the DGCA, with the Civil Aviation Authority, modeled on the lines of the American Federal Aviation Administration as well. So the next is about the support that has been increased for TB patients under Nikshay Mitra program. So this initiative under the TB Pradhan Mantri TB Mukt Bharat Abhiyan, implemented by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, seeks to eliminate TB by 2025 and ahead of 2030 goals. First articulated by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi in 2018, the Nikshay Mitra is an initiative that provides additional diagnostic, nutritional, vocational support by elected representatives apart from corporates, organizations, NGOs, and also layman individuals to those who undergo treatment. So it's like a handheld support to the TB patients from a wide arena of stakeholders coming up or the people coming up from the society. This would help them to improve their journey with regard to recovery of TB. So a Nikshay Mitra program, the help under the Nikshay Mitra program or the assistance has now been increased by the central government. So these are the important points that I wanted to share with October 5th and 6th with regard to the UPSC preliminary examination. If you did like, please do like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to comment at the end of the video. I shall see you in the next post with regard to October 7th and 8th. Until then, it's very happy learning.